What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. So what are we doing tonight, Dre? The same thing we do every night, gamers. Try to take over the world. So I hope everybody had a good time on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And didn't get too heavily hit on Revenge of the 5th. Because you know how we geeks are, we tend to party up a little bit too hard at times.
I need you to find and distract that intruder.
There's some spies in our lair, which doesn't really help that much. Hopefully they'll get spotted here pretty quick. Send our henchmen over to examine them, get them back out of the lair. You know, May the 4th and 5th are awesome, and I'm happy for all the Star Wars fans that are out there. I should probably go into what we're doing this week first before I do anything like that. We still have a bunch of side objectives that we can do. We can get mercs and the other minion types.
Your vaults are full.
I think we're going to go with mercenaries.
We need to have a conversation about that last agent.
We got him, boss. Got him good. Larry shot him, so did Radika and Otis, and then we all punched him a bit.
You also got a large number of holes in my walls. Who trained you?
Trained? You mean like learned? Like what a teacher would do? We ain't no nerds, boss.
Ah, I see the problem. We need a weapons expert.
Alright, so we're going to have to kidnap one of them from the world stage. No, our gold vaults are not completely full yet. But we can send them out. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Or saying, or talking about. Because you know my brain's all over the place. Just part of being me. It's fun talking about all your hobbies and passions and everything. And I'm really glad that Star Wars has its own couple of days out there.
New optional objective available.
It's not exactly my favorite universe, but it is quite fun. I don't really like the direction Disney took it. I'm more along the lines of the original trilogy, even the prequels to a lot of extent, though Jar Jar was a blasphemy. But it's the side projects that have really become a lot better. Talking The Mandalorian, Rogue One, Solo, A Star Wars Story. Even though Solo kind of changed Han's backstory a little bit. And I don't like that so much. I like Han when he was the Imperial officer who saw the Wookiees getting mistreated, and that's what broke him into, you know, breaking out. Chewie was the reason that he originally got out of being a bad guy.
Has succeeded.
Alright, so they're going to bring that mercenary back. We'll get another trainer up and running. What are we doing for power? 10 power. That's not a lot of power. Have we researched our second level of digging yet? No, we haven't, and we have the gold and the scientists to do it, so let's do that. So we can start expanding this room this way a little bit. I don't want to expand too much into here, because got plans for this area after a little bit. But yeah, for guys like me, it's a little different. I mean, I'm a fan of an incredibly dark sci-fi universe, and that would be Warhammer 40k. Now, I can already hear a lot of people going out of their way saying, oh, it's overpowered, it's overpowered. That's kind of the point. It's the grim dark future, or of the 41st millennium, there is only war. It's a lot of fun if you can get into it, but not many people can. It's not just the hobby, it's the fact that the games are all focused on the Blood Ravens, and they're not a good Space Marine chapter. Not at all. That's what I got kind of thinking about today too, though, is being able to have passions and hobbies outside of everything. I mean, I like the heroic stories out there, the Gaunt's Ghost novels, a lot of the Dark Angels novels, which are my chapter, and half of the people out there already hate me because I'm a Dark Angel player. But I was going through some String Storm, I think that's his name, songs, and he had one on the Lamenters chapter.
Are almost full.
If I ever had the courage to paint yellow, and those checkerboard shoulder pads, they'd probably be the only chapter outside of the Lion's Gene Seed that I would do, because the Lamenters are awesome. cursed with bad luck, and they still keep carrying on and making the Imperium a safer place. Guys are just heroes.
We've got a new prisoner.
Alright, so we'll wait for that mercenary to get torqued up. I mean, I'm a pretty big 40k nerd when it comes down to everything, because even playing Fallout 4, I installed a mod to let me have Space Marine power armor. Why? Well, because Astartes are awesome. And I'm a little mixed about the way Games Workshop has been going in the last little bit, because they're trying to mainstream it a little bit more, make it available for a quote-unquote wider audience, but they're losing a little bit of the grimdark in the process. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd love to see more 40k fanboys out there, and fangirls.
Research has
Actually
resumed.
play with a few of them. But you gotta keep true to the lore and the fluff of the universe that you're playing in. And I think they're stepping away from that a little bit too much. That could just be me being OCD over one of my passions and hobbies.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Alright, so let's see what the Merc Trainer... Let's get 3 of them to start with. Because they're actually trained from guards, so we're actually going to up the amount of guards we have 2 to 1 for them and mercenaries right now. I know it's going to be a little bit of a rambling episode because my mind's all over the place and I've been having a really, really good day. So, yeah, I might be a little bit more scatterbrained than usual. Not that you could ever tell if I was scatterbrained or not. And that's going to take us right to our power limit. So I guess we're going to have to expand this way just a little bit. So what are we looking at for power generators? 1, 2... Wow, I can't see any of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like. So we got to go 6 panels higher. And then we will install at least 2 more generators. Should help us out. Get our minions over there to do that. Base is coming along nicely. But if you ever checked out the 40k universe, I would suggest that you try it. You don't have to get hardcore into the tabletop because A, that's expensive as hell. I don't even want to think about what my miniatures collection, paints, brushes, modeling tools, dice, carrying cases,
available.
And everything I've spent on the hobby over like 20 years has cost me, because it would make me cry a lot. Like, insufferably cry a lot. But even just starting out with like Dawn of War 1 and 2, not 3, just not 3. Dawn of War 1 and 2 are awesome. Soulstorm was probably the best entry in the series as far as I'm concerned, because it highlights the Sisters of Battle. I think nuns with semi-automatic and automatic rocket launcher machine guns. Vultures are hard to explain. But even our good buddy Chaplain Grimaldus is named after one of the characters from it, one of the most awesome characters from it, in fact. Guy had a full temple fall on him. When I say Imperial Temple, I don't mean just, oh, it's a little church and all that sort of stuff. I mean, this thing is stories and stories and stories of steel and class creed and gold and iconography, and it fell on his head, and he got up. Hero of High Hell's Reach. There is a animated series up there on Hell's Reach. Really, really well done. If you go and take a look at it, it would be well worth your time to do. I think it's just titled Hell's Reach. I might try to slot in a link in the description afterwards. And while I'm thinking about it, let's, now that we can afford a little bit more, won't go overboard, but we'll put in 2 more lockers, get us 6 more minions, because we don't want to overload our rest and relaxation facilities just yet. And then we're going to have to open this up a little bit to get more broadcast strength, our repeaters. For all of that, we're going to need the power, so Hurry on, minions, go get us our power.
Your vaults are almost full.
The one thing that does drive me nuts, though, is when people compare 40k in a versus style situation to any other universe without understanding the backstory of 40k and why it is the way it is. There's literally a reason why 40k wins all the time. The poster boy of any sci-fi universe can't stand up to a Space Marine scout, let alone a full chapter of the Astartes. And there's a million of those guys. As far as we know. There's loopholes. I'm looking at you, Black Templars, and poignantly at you, Grimaldus. You and your boys in black, the Heraldric Cross and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you don't exactly follow the Codex, do you? Says the Dark Angel player who doesn't follow the Codex either. But ours is for completely different reasons. Mostly because Rowboat Girly Man was, well, a silly, silly boy who wanted to break up our legion. We're not a legion. We're chapters. We swear. Honestly.
Power restored.
But see, that's one of the cool things that I like about different hobbies and everything that's coming into it. Never take away the passion for someone else's hobby. If you can play into it, lean into it, you might find something that you enjoy. I have a buddy whose name is Sparks. We'll go with Sparks for this. He's a furry. He's also one of my best friends and a drinking buddy, so maybe I'm a little biased on that front, but why would I hate his passion just because it's not my thing? And I'm a 40k fan. Why would I hate Star Wars fans? Why would Star Wars fans hate Star Trek fans? We're all geeks. We're all gamers. We should all just, well, we don't do nice and cuddly in the 40k universe, but we can take a page out of the Lamenter's book and go, well, let's just get along a little bit better. Because honestly, as long as it's a passion, something that you're really, really enthusiastic about, your passion will shine through. Alright, I think we can cancel that. Send out mission.
Research has been paused.
Ooh, I didn't check the heat first. Oops. 35, 45, 50, yeah. So if it gets there before that ticks over to 36, we should get that investor. Should have thought of that before I did it, but oh well, too late. It happens. But what we can do in the meantime, before I continue on with my little rant, is expand our control room a little bit. And maybe toss in another couple of repeaters so we can open up some more territory. Alright, so that'll take half the power that we put in. We still got room for more Jennies too, so that's good. Yeah, we should celebrate our differences and our different passions. And the worst thing, in my opinion, that you can do to anyone is crap all over their passions and hobbies just because it's not something that you personally enjoy. I mean, yeah, it's not your thing, but if it makes someone you know happy, then celebrate it. Try to learn a little bit. You never know, you might enjoy it. Same time, it might not be your thing entirely. Like, I'm never going to put on a fursuit, I don't think. Unless there was a heavy amount of Jameson involved and it was for a joke. But Spark spends a lot on his suits, and he does it to make people happy. He honestly just goes out and makes people happy. Guy's awesome. So we really should just take a lesson from that and just go with it. Why hate when you can, you know, be awesome with people? I think because of all of us being isolated and all this sort of shit during the Voldemort thing that's going on right now, we've kind of lost that ideal in our heads a little bit. Just because it ain't your passion doesn't mean it's not somebody's passion, and you should be glad that people want to share their hobbies and interests with you. It shows that they trust you, they care about you, so why not? Just take a look at it. Never know, you might have something that you enjoy. How many valleys do we have? 4? We need more of those. We don't need more technicians right now, I don't think, but we'll bump it up by 1 anyway. Don't have any scientists, don't have any biologists to train them up. So our science trainer will get to work. We should have that mercenary pretty quick here.
Task complete.
There we go.
You kill people for money, don't you?
Mostly. Sometimes I do it for fun.
That works for me. And so do you.
Your vaults are full.
Alright, so that gives us a mercenary. Now we still got to get investors on the world stage. But with the mercenary out of the way... How many did we train up again? Yeah, my brain's like that today. 3, right. So these guys are stronger than guards. And we can eventually get actual weapons for them. Pistols, machine guns, that sort of stuff. But it requires a guard to train into a mercenary, so you get into the Tech 2 minion production, shall we say. But, while we're at it... Ooh, flipping a coin, flipping a coin... It looks like we'll go with... Yes, this actually gives us a welcome desk, refreshment bar, which is good for deception minions. Socialites. What does the other one give us? Slot machines. We want this one first.
Look at these headlines. They're saying I'm a heartless criminal who would rob banks.
Aren't you? Strike Team 8 did that last week by your express order.
Maybe. But I'm not heartless. I have an image problem, that's all. Find me someone who can fix that.
You mean someone who can airbrush your pictures?
A public relations specialist, you dolt. Someone who'll make all this fake news go away.
Alright, so it's good that we have one here. We're going to have to wait a little bit while this area cools down. This
Research has resumed.
area doesn't have... This one's locked down, so we lost the people we sent off as to gather our investors there. That said, though, we could scout out this territory and then immediately grab a spin doctor. And that'll be good. And we can look at expanding into other territories out in Anvil territory. I mean, we want to take over Patriot first and then deal with Agent X. But dealing with the super agents is something that's specifically put aside for the end game. But every one of these that you open up actually brings you more income per turn, makes keeping your gold vaults high pretty easy overall, considering. I gotta think before I speak, but that will require forethought, and let's face it, it's me. So what we can do in the meantime, while we're just sitting back and having some fun, is expand our training room. It's not like we don't have the gold for it right now. And we can make a power center over here that'll be temporary. So what we can do is create a corridor up to there. And then once we get this research done, we can just drill right through. Drill up the side here, and then create another power generation station over there. Just something minor to do for our minions. It'll eat through the gold. I mean, it's only 5 grand, 4.5 grand to do that, and our gold's full, so not a major deal. While I'm thinking about it, let's just plop down another reactor.
A new criminal network has been established.
Alright, so we've got that criminal network established. Let's go kidnap a spin doctor. Be a chance to get 2 new minion types. Swear I can English. One single episode.
I need you to distract that intruder. If you ever manage to find them, that is.
And Jubei, where are you? That's not the button I wanted.
What do you... As you wish.
Fear, rage, and death. I'll be there in one breath.
Get them out of here before it becomes an issue. I cannot wait till we can get the research for...
Research has been paused.
Where is it? Is it minions? Yeah, there it is. So once we get this, the intruder protocol extract, we can just set it up on our main doorway here, and they'll automatically extract them out. But once we get the spin doctors, we'll get in slot machines.
Research has resumed.
And then there's a really, really, really neat way to turn this little area into something that all of our little agent friends will have to go through, and will make us money.
Succeeded.
Alright, so that scheme's about to be done. It was this one that finished. We don't need another spin doctor, but there's no heat. Alright, we'll launch that one. And we'll scout this one too. We're sending a lot of minions out right now. But it should work out in the end. I mean, they're just minions coming in and out. I mean, they're highly valuable and not disposable in the slightest. But it is what it is. Because we don't really need the prison to be much bigger than it is right now. At least for the foreseeable future. We can expand it down here when we research the next level of mining. Or the first level of mining, I should say. Where is that spin doctor? Thought you'd already be brought in by now. Natasha Hind. Should be fun and entertaining to deal with. Maybe I'll put a 40k game on the list of things that we're going to be doing. Just got to find the right one. It's definitely not going to be Space Marine because, well, it was a decent enough story, but the writers obviously never looked into the lore at all. Black Templars would never work with the Inquisition, and I hate the Blood Ravens.
A new criminal network has been established.
So there is that. Alright, we can launch this scheme to gain some more investors. And and that one. Oh wait, that's gonna need more scientists. We're gonna have to train up more scientists overall. How many do we have on training right now? Let's bump it up to 4.
Has been paused.
And since we're doing that, we're gonna need more minions in the lair. So I think we're gonna drop in another couple of lockers, get us 6 more people. I do like the fact that the tier 2 minions, Rick Astley's wife,
An intruder has been captured.
can train up just like the same minions for the same place, so that works. Jubei, let's get you to go over near the prison complex, because it should be you interrogating them. Once he gets close, anyway. Where is Jubei? Can you go up in the casino? There he is. Once Jubei is the closest.
Huh?
Alright, so with the slot machines we're gonna have... Oh, I guess this guard is coming down to do it. Oh well. I was hoping Jubei would do it. So with the guard coming... Or the socialite... Spin doctor? That's the word I'm looking for. Coming in, what we need to do... is fill this up. So there's a narrow gap. I want to keep it at 4 wide. There we go. So they'll all come in and they'll filter through here, and then we can get them to filter through the slot machines. And as they do that, they'll lose a lot of their... I think it's their skill as they go through. They'll play the slot machines. And the best part is with all the tourists on the island, they'll start spending money
New optional
at the slot
objective
machines.
available.
We don't really need to train any more biologists right now. Alright, so we got another investor. What's this here? Oh, another way to remove heat.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Let's launch that scheme. We'll get a couple more investments done. And we need a spin doctor
Research has been
trainer.
paused.
So we aren't going to need too many spin doctors just yet. So we'll go with 2 of them for now. And in the training room, spin doctor trainers. I mean, if you can make anything good right next to gunshots, I think you should be able to do it all. Just toss that in there. How many technicians do we have? 4? 2 out of 4. Yeah, we'll be fine with 4 for now. We'll have to let our minions recoup a little bit, train up. How much power is that going to cost us? 10, so it's going to take us right back down to our 10 bubble. Alright, so with this in place, once we complete the spin doctor trainer and train one up, we'll gain access to the slot machines. And that will really help us out in front of house. This will give us access to more areas of the lair too, and thicker soil. Should be good. And then eventually we can dig out this area, and this area here put more slot machines and other sorts of things in. We can concentrate our valets and everything in these areas here, so they don't have to go far out of the lair to get to them. But I don't want to connect this passage to the rest of the complex. One entrance here and one entrance here is enough. Come on, where's our spin doctor trainer? Need 3 scientists for that, but that's a lot of good money. So we'll need 2 more investors. Keep forgetting to read the investor titles and stuff though, because they each got a little funny story with them.
Task complete.
We'll unlock these 2 next.
Your vaults are almost full.
I know they're almost full. So I think that's what we'll do is we'll open those 2 up next. We're going to need more power though. I was trying to avoid doing this in general. But for right now it's fine, at least till we get the next level of generator. That'll allow her to train as a spin doctor. I still gotta say, I love the aesthetic of it. This game just has a great aesthetic. It's campy without feeling campy. It's just a lot of fun. So let's lower the heat there. And there. This is where I miss the Venom's mastermind. Because it takes a lot less for her to lower heat on the world stage. That should bring in a lot more minions. Not a bad use of our resources. We should almost have our digging research done. Might have to fill this wall in a little bit, get rid of these. We'll see how that goes when we get to it. Just a neat little way to keep all of the forces of justice off their game from when you're in here. More areas of the world
Research has been paused.
we haven't got a mission running in right now. Right here. So how many? It's 15 intel. Eh, don't want to do that. It's not big enough for heat either. 24 heat.
Research has resumed.
We can actually launch that one and keep some money on the go. Alright, so once that's done, we'll be good there. Then we'll have to expand our broadcast center a little bit. I'm almost tempted to throw in another computer console.
More scientists have made a breakthrough.
Alright, so we've got that now. Get clubs and everything for minions. But I think what we're going to do to start off with is increase our henchmen's vitality, smarts, and morale by 50. Is there something better? We already got the computer console. None of these traps really... The giant fan is pretty good. Yeah, I think that's what we'll
Research
do.
has begun.
And our spin doctor should be trained up here momentarily.
Task complete.
Where do you want me to start?
Make me look like a person of the people.
I'll find some hands for you to shake, babies for you to kiss.
On second thoughts, make me look like a person above the people.
Okay, so now we have spin doctors, but more importantly, we gained some major tools. Most notably, the slot machine. Now this is where this comes in incredibly handy. 1800, but no power usage. And there's a damn good reason we're creating that many of them. Because this entire area will turn into one giant trap for agents. Takes their skill down, while at the same time making us money off of all the tourists that come to the island. I know it seems a bit excessive, but you can all think of casinos that have those big rooms full of nothing but slot machines. So let's let our minions go out there and plop them down. We got 40 power. So I think we're going to be a little bit gutsy and expand our control room with another couple of broadcast repeaters. So we can start working towards getting the other investors. While we're at it, we're going to finish off our side stories for our minions that are available to us.
We have a problem. The casino is crawling with tourists. They're everywhere. They've left us no place to hide.
Isn't that a good thing? It sounds like business is booming.
You'd think so, but we can't get to the agents. More and more are slipping through before we can get to them.
That just won't do. Double the shifts. Cancel your leisure time. Drink more coffee. Do whatever it takes. Meanwhile, I'll get a team to find someone to distract the tourists. Celebrities should know what to do.
Alright, so the other thing that we want to do is because we've got some deception minions now. We go into our items. Right, we did. Is that a sushi bar? No, that's a basic one. Okay, so what we should do while we're thinking about it is pop down a sushi
Warning.
bar.
Not enough power to power this build order.
How's that not enough power? And this is the muscle minions one. We got 40 power. How do we not have enough power? It's only an extra 10, 20. Alright, game, you're going a little bit crazy. Oh, those do cost power. Okay, so we're gonna need that extra generator area sooner rather than later.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Well, that's a goof up on my part. That should give us all we need. The gold we've got coming in. You're going to see a lot of money coming out from these things. Almost looks like a legitimate casino. Almost.
Research has been paused.
There we go. Starting to see a little bit of cash return from it. And if the agents come through this area, they're bound to hit at least one or two of those.
Build more generators.
What can we shut off in the meantime so our base doesn't go dark? Yeah, there's not really anything that we can shut off. I planned that terribly. But what we will do, set these to their appropriate minion types. So muscle minions will go here, and science minions will go to our sushi bar. Gets them the well-fed bonus.
You've run out of power. Build more generators.
I'm well aware of that, because I terribly, terribly, terribly planned this.
You're running out of gold. Maybe rob a bank?
Let's just speed it up a little bit. Hopefully we can get this all sorted as quick as possible. I hate speeding it up if we don't have to. At least we got a little bit of gold coming in. What we can do, though, is repower our base while we're waiting, because we don't need those two broadcast
You're running
strength.
low on power. Build more generators.
As soon as this hits 3 grand, it'll drop again. And look at all the extra cash coming in from our little casino. Works just perfectly. And that's why slot machines are the most awesome thing that you can get for a long while. If you set them up properly, in the proper space,
Research has been paused.
you can get it so that the agents
You're
lose a
running
ton
out
of skill
gold.
before they get to you. Alright, so that should do just fine. And we gotta kidnap a socialite on the world stage. 15, so I'll take it to 45. Let's launch that one. Oh wait, that one's got gold going on. This one's just taking out heat and doesn't need any more. Bell of the ball, this region...
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
Let's kill off that intruder. So as long as we have power, should be more intruders than just the one, shouldn't there? Oh, she's skilled 2. Jubei, you old janitor.
Anya? Like the wind!
Just gotta watch out for desertions. That's how quick you can go from having tons of money. Deserting. No, you're
I want
not.
that minion taken care of.
You go. It's usually the
That
valets that
minion
go
is
first.
worthless. Kill them. You see that minion? I want.
A trifling adversary!
A minion is this.
I need that intruder. Look,
Bring me a real...
I'm tired of that minion. Kill them.
Okay, yeah, we're killing off a bunch of our own minions. This is perfect.
Ex.
They will fall before they know what hit them.
But it's just a way to bring in some fresh ones. Possibly train up some new people. It's always the
Science
valets.
demands sac.
A trifling adversary! Speak your mind.
Training has stalled.
They trying to run out with all the gold? Yeah, there's no severance pay. The incinerators are going off the charts today, so we have to kill off a bunch of minions. You know what? That's okay. If they desert, they're not worth our effort anyway. We'll go with that, at the very least.
Research has been paused.
We'll get this celebrity, this socialite interrogated. That'll probably do it for this week now that we've completely banged up our minion supply. We do have one access on the world stage. It's not doing anything. Keep forgetting Japan is a thing. There we go.
We've got a new prisoner.
Alright, as soon as he's got no will to fight back, we can...
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
Send him to the fun chair. Once that's done, we shall have socialites, and that takes us up to most of the minion types we can get before tier 3. I love watching them do the interrogations on this machine. Wet Willy.
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Alright, so that gives us the ability to train some socialites. Should only need one of those to start.
Minion is deserting.
Where is the minion that's deserting? Oh, right there. You
I
can die.
need this minion out of the picture.
A minion is deserting.
Yeah, we're getting that a lot. And we can stick the socialite trainer right there. don't see any other desertion symbols. Unless they're already out.
Training has stalled.
I'm not seeing it. Well, guys, we're not going to get the third minion type trained up today, unfortunately. But we did make some additions to the lair. Killed off a bunch of our minions. I mean, yeah, a bunch. We need to expand our gold vaults. We'll do that next time. So if you liked the video, guys, consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be a valuable member in the lair, because you know how awesome we treat them here. Just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.